All right, we back on another episode of Interview Fat Funny. I got KayRedd with me all the way from I was about to say the Bronx. So that's crazy. I was thinking of another interview. I got KayRedd with me all the way from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York, representing.
All right, so one, how you feel that I said you was from the Bronx? I know it'd be a lot of competition out there. They'd be like, I'm not from there. Like,
nah, actually, like, I don't feel no way about it. Like, it's all good. It's all New York City.
All right.
It's all good.
So what was it like growing up in Brooklyn?
Growing up in Brooklyn was like, at the time I was growing up, because I was growing up in like the early 2000s, like 2003 and stuff, it was still bad at that time because we didn't have cameras and stuff. So, like, it was horrible at that time. I ain't gonna hold you. But we had fun at the same time, but it was still bad, if that makes sense.
What was your most funnest memory growing up?
My funnest memory, I would say, is probably riding the Power Wheel. No. Summertime fire hydrants. Yeah, we couldn't do too much of the sprinklers too much because they kept shooting out. But at the time, it was fun.
All right, so what was it like growing up like in the projects in Brooklyn? Because I know I grew up in the projects out here, but New York projects is different. So like, what was it like growing up out there?
I mean, it was rough out there. Like Bush Street projects at the time too. At the time, Bush Street projects, it was a lot of drugs, a lot of violence, a lot of killing. So I didn't spend a lot of time growing up there. Like if I wanted to play, we would have to go to like the Bronx. We would go to like Queens or something like that. So it was like, it was crazy. Like it was crazy. It was really crazy there.
So what would you say was the safest borough back then? Because like now people say Brooklyn is safe now, but back then, what would you say?
I think Brooklyn is number one. I still think Brooklyn is still bad because Brownsville, there's this neighborhood in Brooklyn, it's called Brownsville, 18 different housing projects in one spot. So that's like taking all the projects in neighborhoods in the Bronx and putting them into one area. We have that in Brooklyn. And the East Side Flatbush is still kind of the same. Like, so I say certain spots of Brooklyn is bad. It changed because of the gentrification.
I see a gentrified part. Like, I want to go to Brooklyn, but you've seen on TikTok, oh shit, let's go here.
Yeah, they got a lot of nice people, but they still be shooting like in them Best Eye areas. Yeah, they still be shooting, but it ain't as bad as it once was. So I think Brooklyn was the worst back then, but I think now, like, because a lot of people from Brooklyn moved to the Bronx and moved to like Connecticut and stuff like that, so it increased everywhere else.
All right, so you've been shot before, you've been stabbed before, but what was the most horrible thing you remember from growing up?
The most horrible thing I remember from growing up is seeing my first dead bodies when I was 6 years old. I was going inside Pink House's project. My oldest brother, who got killed, by the way, he introduced me. Like we was going to see my aunt, I believe, and there was a dead body there. And then he was like, "Oh," he was like, and I seen it, and he was like, "Oh, just close your eyes. Just it's not there." But I already knew what it was. It was already sitting there. Yeah. So I think that was like probably my most drama. I think that hurt it. That was crazy, and then losing him was crazy, and then getting stabbed up was also crazy. I think those probably like my three craziest.
Damn, so going back 6-year-old, you seen a dead body. What went through your head the first thing you said? Because 6, it might not even develop yet to know what the fuck going on, but you know what's going on.
Yeah, like it was. I knew what had happened because before then, I knew that the person just wasn't sitting there in the elevator with a hole in his head.
Like you got a hole in his head?
Yeah, he had a hole there. He had 2 holes in his head. I still remember where there was at. There was one right here. And then there was one on the side over here, so his head was like tilted like to the side right there. So I don't know. I don't think he was there long because it didn't like have I think it just had recently happened. But it was so much crime growing up in that time that it was like a regular thing.
Do you think like the city support will protect it town at that time, or was it just a free for everybody doing what they wanted?
I felt like it was a free for all. I felt it could probably not have been like that, but being actually in it, I felt like it was like a free for all. Like you call the cops, they never come, and then when they do come, they arrest you.
Or they on bullshit. You like, what I'm calling y'all? I want support. What I'm getting arrested for?
Yeah. It was a lot of that. So I couldn't take that at the time.
All right. So what's one thing you stayed on today that you learned growing up?
Like, what you mean,
like one principle that you learned growing up that you still staying on today, be loyal to somebody? Like what you staying on today you learned growing up as a kid?
I learned, one thing I actually learned was be who you say you are. Like don't try to follow behind other people. Do your own thing, be your own lane. Because as when you're growing up as kids, you kind of want to do what they want to do all the time. But then you got to follow yourself. So I learned that. Like always follow yourself, always be yourself. 100% time. Don't fit in with the crowd.
Right. I feel like you get further being yourself than being somebody else.
You fact. That's 100% fact.
Can't nobody be me like I could be me. So
exactly. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you ain't got to put up a front, a lie, or
you lying. You don't know what to do next. You get in a situation, you acting tough, then shit get real, and you like,
oh shit,
what to do next? Nigga, like I ain't practiced this part. It's crazy. All right, so I watched another. You did Gen TV. You said your brother and best friend got murdered. How did that affect you? Because it all happened at a young age. You was in your teens when it happened. So like, how did that? Because I know mentally it fucked me up.
Oh, same. Like, I want to say like at that time, like before I lost them, I lost other people before them to do the violence. So it was like at the time, and like I think Lil Durk said to mention this, kind of leave you with like a little numb feeling at the moment. Like, and then later on it hit you. So at the time when it happened and he got killed. Because he got killed right in front of me. I didn't even see it coming. Yeah, we was going to school. I didn't even see it come. I turned around, gun flat, dun, you know what I'm saying? You don't see nothing. So like, at the time, I was still processing what happened. Like, I thought it was regular. It's regular. But then when like, as time went on, it really bothered me. Still talk about him. I mention him to the day. I still jump up at night, like, I'm like, oh shit, like something happened today. Yeah, so yeah, it really messed with you for a while. Like, I'm surprised I ain't got like PTSD or anything.
No, you probably do. You sing a therapy. That's probably what it is.
Right.
Do you feel like all the stuff you've been through shaped you to the person you was like? Did it make you violent, make you lash out, make you want to be in the streets, or like push you away from that type of?
It did all that. It did all that because at first. The violence, we used to try to, you kind of like, I don't want to do that. But then like, you become a part of your environment, especially when you're around it. And I know, I grew up with my mom and my dad. They tried their best, but at that time, Brooklyn was just so bad. Like, it was only so much you could do.
You do what you want. Don't care how good your parents try. It's on you.
It's on you at that point. So I became a product of my environment. And I think I had to go through them things to become what I wanted, because I learned like, things later on. I learned like, okay, there's no way that you're going to become a billionaire. There's no such thing as a billionaire gangster. I tell even the younger guy, like, look, ain't nobody billionaire gangsters. I used to think the same thing. You only go to jail or you get killed. That's the only thing.
Only way, unless you transition out to do something right with your money.
Like, that's it. That's the only thing, because you can't, and I tell them all the time, you can't do music and be a gangster, because what happens? Look at Bobby Smurda. He went to jail, like,
and ended his career. He doing okay, but like, imagine if Bobby would have like. He would have been the one right now, and
he would have been straight. And then look at King Von, like RP to King Von, but look at him, like, you know, that gangster. And
that
then you're doing
I get it, if you in it, you in. But once you out, why do niggas always want to act like they still got to go back? Give me some money. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck. I won't even speak to you no more. If I feel like you're gonna put me in a situation that's gonna fuck up what I got going on, I don't want to be around you. And that's just what it is.
That's a fact. I don't know, bro. To be honest with you,
like, why do people like it? Be like. These big celebrities, why are you still getting arrested? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what are you doing?
Like, what's her name?
Glorilla.
Glorilla, yeah.
What are you doing?
But I don't know what she was doing. I was like, well, I was just blaming. I said, maybe because she's young. I don't know. Maybe.
Nah, but I just feel like once you get in a position to do better for your people, you need to stay away from that shit. Like, why are y'all still getting arrested for gun charges on tour buses and shit? Why do you have the guns? Where's the security? Like, what are you doing?
I don't, bro. I can't figure that. I don't even get why they like still go back to the neighborhood and then sit in the project area.
Right. I go back to the neighborhood, but feel like I can't hang with Tom and them, because I know what Tom and them on. Just be real. Like, you can't be honest.
Bro. And then you look like food to them. Like, they seen you on TV and stuff.
Exactly.
You come back to the block, they not going to keep that same
fuck about your girl with each other. They want what you got.
Yeah, you food to them. Like, that's how they looking at you.
All right, so out of all the trauma you went to, you never thought about going to therapy?
No, not one time.
So why do black people don't go to therapy?
I think a lot of black people don't believe in it. I think that's what it is. And or we'll try to find like some will try to find maybe music could be their therapy, or maybe
we have mad coping mechanisms. We get drunk, we go to church.
We look for a reason.
We do everything but go talk to somebody. Nobody wants to go talk to that lady. But like, why? I feel like that's a lot of problem with the black community is the trauma, because we don't deal with it. We don't want to go sit on therapy. Because even me, like, I'm not going to tell that. One, we don't like telling people our business.
True.
You don't know where I came from, so you can't tell me to cope with my brother getting shot, my cousin getting shot. You're going to tell me some bad, then I'm not going to talk to white people. Like, it's just mad shit.
Word.
But do you feel like if you went to a therapist, your life would be in a better place right now? I'm not saying it's in a bad place, but I know, like you said, you think you got PTSD. It's clear you got PTSD. Just jumping at night and shit. It's you got some undealt with shit.
Yeah. I think so. I believe so. I believe that I think it's important to talk to somebody. Like, I really do, because I was taught not like you said, like knowing everybody know my business is that.
What goes on in this house, stay in this house. Right, just mad shit. Black people is taught the wrong way. Now we got serial killers when we older. We got people that want to kill people. We got robbers and rapists and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Because we was taught keep your business on the inside.
Yeah, and that messes us up as a whole,
right?
Regularly.
All right, so now I watched the Gen TV interview. Like I said, you openly said you was in special ed.
Yeah, I was.
When did you? So was it like day one they put you in special ed, or they realized like it's something is wrong? Like let me put him. Because one, I commend you for openly saying, because I would have never told nobody. That was like I would have told nobody. I would have said I was helping out. I wouldn't have told nobody I was going.
Nah, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Shout out to Gen TV. I appreciate that. Like, hey, shout out to Gen TV. When I was in special ed, my mother, she was taking me to different classes. I just couldn't pick up as fast as the other kids was, and they were like, "Oh, like something wrong with him." Like, he shouldn't be stuck on 2 + 10 for a long time, and couldn't figure it out. See, now they got all these things for it. Now it's like dyslexia, this, that. But at the time, they just didn't know.
Just everybody in the class. They were slow, and it was mostly black people. Like it was like that. I think they were just doing that to black people because you're right. They didn't have a name for it. They didn't have time to deal with us because now everybody's slow. Like, I know I'm on the spectrum. And some shit I just be like, oh yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think they just didn't say what it wasn't the name. Like now we did. Now that's why we got all these people with mental health issues.
Yeah, black people though. I feel like they caged black people and they or we didn't put them in the classes, give them help, or we put them in the classes because they was bad. Not really because they really was something wrong with them. They were just bad. You ain't want to deal with them, so you sent them to what's the name class.
Yeah, and that's what happened, and then that's why we got all these people with mental issues.
And don't want to go see help. All right, so was people bullying you because you was just like around kids? Is mean as shit.
Yes,
so, like,
they was. They bullied me. They bullied me. I had holes in my clothes. They called me holy boy. Dirty. Everything you could think of. Yeah, kids is mean as fuck. Yeah.
And they don't realize like, damn, what I do to you?
They was mean. They was mean as fuck until I went upside their head a couple of times.
Sometimes you gotta.
And that's why I believe like I don't know if they say violence ain't the answer.
Sometimes violence is the answer. Sometimes you gotta fuck somebody up to let them know.
And it stops them. It stops them. It stops them. Sometimes violence is the answer. You go upside their head a couple of times.
So I kind of asked this question already though, but do you think you being a special ed helped you as an adult or kind of crippled you?
I think it did kind of both because it made me kind of be like, oh, I'm special ed, it's whatever. I ain't gonna get nowhere anyway. But then at the same time, it helped me be like, you know what, So I think it was a bit of both, I believe.
Did your family like motivate you when you was in special ed or when you adult life? Because sometimes somebody just giving you a word of encouragement, like, nigga, you get this done, just do it. Did anybody do that, family or friends, or was just like you slow?
It was probably it was basically what was the word I'm looking for? I want to say be a prime example. Like there was other people who had the same thing I had, but they was older, so they tell me, hey, go do this, but they wouldn't go do it. So then I'm like, hold on, something wrong because they're telling me to go do this,
but you ain't doing. You ain't setting an example for me.
Yeah, lead by example. So it was like that, a little both.
All right, so let's start talking about music. What are some of your musical influences?
Oh, my musical influence? Well, what we talking about? Like, we talking about now or like then?
From when you started to now. Like, so we can do back then when you started and who you fuck with now. Like, who made you start rapping?
All right, I'm going to say my mother, she used to teach me like, because I was slow, like Dr. Seuss books. Cat in the hat, right? Yeah, that's how I went. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Like that.
But it helped. And that's our parents. They gonna make sure their kids are straight. So
word.
So she did something a teacher probably couldn't do.
That is the fact. That's 100%. Yo, shout out to Mom Duke if you ever watch this podcast. Please watch the podcast.
Please watch it, Mom.
It's fire. You should check it out. And so she taught me that. So then that's when I learned how to do rhythm. And then when you start to learn how rhythm work and wordplay put together, then it opened your mind up to like hip hop. The first person I ever listened to was 50 Cent was How to Rob. When I first heard that, like I didn't know who he was. Like I didn't know like the whole concept behind it at the time when I heard it because I was really young. I just knew that who he was talking about. And I'm like, oh, that shit, sorry, oh shit. I was like, oh, okay. So 50 opened me up to listen to like people like Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls, Cassidy, and a whole bunch of people. So I say 50 Cent is like one of my biggest influences. And I say that because like maybe I may be biased because I feel like I could relate to him more on the personal level. Like both been like into trauma. I know everybody been to trauma, but like you've been dropped from a label, shot up, stabbed up. I haven't been shot but I've been stabbed, so I know how I feel. You've been to jail, such and such. I know how I feel like you're not gonna make it your life a piece of shit. You feel like a piece of shit. So I know how that actually feels. So I relate to him like so far as music wise, he's my favorite. And then I go for like, the Biggies, the Nas, the J. Cole's, but I also like Pop Smoke too.
You can tell you from New York. Anybody else want to ask that question? To Meek Mill. You could tell you from New York, 50 Cent. So.
I like Meek is cool too. I like Meek. But I think Meek hold down that Philly side. That Philly, like they ain't really got too many artists out there in Philly. But shout out to Philly. Y'all got to get your artists out there. Don't kill them. Don't kill them. Don't shoot them. Don't kill them. Let them come out because y'all need some artists.
All right, so who do you say somebody say you sound like the most?
They compare me to 50 the most. 50, I heard 50, and then they'll compare me to what's his name? 50 Banks. Like that was a shock. And then what's his name? Ice Cube.
Damn, Ice Cube?
Yeah, I thought that was weird, but I hear that. I thought that was. I get the 50 part. I just said the do-rag and all that. I get that, but the whole Ice Cube, I was like,
I take it, but I
like Ice Cube anyway. Like,
all right. So, do you freestyle or you write your raps?
Well, freestyle from the top of my head, I don't do. I got to write it down. Like I'm not a Lil Wayne or Biggie or Jay-Z, and I think everybody can't freestyle. It's okay to write it down because I do it too. Don't make you slow. Don't make you.
I know everybody
can't freestyle. Yeah. We all go in and we spit and rap from back then. And we went on our shows. We listen. Everybody can't freestyle at the top of their head. It's all right. We all can't do it.
How long it take you to finish a song, start to finish?
It depends on the record. Like I was just listening to this beat today, and I basically finished it probably within like 10 minutes. Some songs
it'd be like that when it's if it's some fire shit.
Yeah, I'll be like, I knock it out completely. But then sometimes, and it also depends on the concept. Like if it's a storytelling beat, I feel like that take the longest because I want to actually execute it the proper way. That was about violence and stuff. That you could do that shit all day. And then when it's about a female, that also takes a while because you know how some of us guys are like. So yeah, so it also depends on the beat and the mood I'm in. So
what about recording a song from start to finish?
Now that's a different story right there, boy. Like sometimes I be having in my head like, yo, this is gonna sound crazy. Watch when I record it. I put it down and I'm like, yo, this sound like shit. Why the fuck did I record this?
So how many times you gotta redo a song? You do a lot of features?
I'm trying to. I would like to do a lot of features. I'm trying to get into a lot of features. I don't know. I would love to do a lot of features. But I got a few features.
Have you ever rewritten your part because somebody killed you on the song?
All the time. I've rewritten the whole song a whole bunch of times. Like going in, record the song, it sounds shitty. You gotta take it, engineer, I come back the next day, come back. I did that a whole bunch of times, but I believe that's a part of the process of music.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, since you being from New York and drill rap is crazy now, what's your thoughts on drill rap? Because I hate drill rap. I like Chicago drill, but I feel like it got to New York and that shit just got oversaturated. It don't do it for me. Maybe I'm old. Maybe like
that ain't it. That ain't it. Drill music. I'm kind of mixed with it. Like I'm kind of mixed with it because what I don't like is the grunchy drill, like how they go. They better go on the choppers. I can't. That right there.
That's I don't like.
That sounds like some heavy metal shit, like some Onyx going wrong type shit. That's what I don't like. But like if you give it like drill, because Fabio and Pop Smoke make drill records.
Yeah, but see that was the beginning, kind of like now it's just a whole bunch of kids. It's the same beat, and it's just like, bro, what are you talking about? What? That's how I feel. That's my opinion.
Yeah. You can say your own opinion. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm just not against it, but I'm not for it either. So that's why I'm at with it. I'm the same way. I don't like the same beat used all the time, the same line, spin the block on the ops, spin the block on the ops, spin the block on the ops.
Then they telling you how they kill somebody. Like, so if I was a detective, shit, just press play. Like, you tell it on yourself.
They be wild. I don't know what's wrong with them. They be wild.
And they 19. Like, bro, what?
What? Like, like they different. Like, I'm not a big fan of drill, but like I said, I keep my mind open to all music because I try to tell people that I'm an artist more than anything. So I do drill, not often, but I do have some records of drill records, and I do other things. I give my style a little. Say my music is different.
No, it is different. You can tell you're a rapper. You can tell you was influenced by 50 Cent. You can tell you got some lyrics to you. It's just not a whole bunch of bullshit on the beat. Like that's crazy.
I really believe that's what everybody thinking they can freestyle. Like they don't even write their rap. They just go in the booth. Press play. Like, yo, I jumped across the table. You think that sound good? Yeah, that sound good, yo. That was God. That was whoa.
And they put it out
on that motorbike.
Yeah, and they put it out. They don't throw it enough. Like, niggas a hit.
I was like, damn, that thought process is crazy.
So if you could get a feature right now that's gonna take your career to the next level, who would it be?
It'd probably be Drake or 50. Because I feel like those are the two people that have great hooks when they come to music. Because like music to me, I feel like the people with the best songs have like good hooks, and I feel like Drake killed his hooks. I know they say he got ghostwriters and stuff, and yada yada yada.
Shit don't matter though; it still be fire.
It do, right? It still be fire. Like, do you care who make your Do you care who make your food at a restaurant? As long as it come out fire. Like you don't really care. So yeah, Drake or 50, I think would be like a good. Those two would be good.
Drake or Kendrick? Who you got winning?
Drake. I think Kendrick is a better lyricist.
I didn't say that though. Who you think about to win this battle right now? Everybody think he's a better lyricist, but like, what he doing right now? Like, what? It's been 2 weeks. What a new song at?
Oh yeah, it have. I don't know. I think Drake probably got him. Like, I go with Drake. I'm gonna give it to Drake because Kendrick is a dope lyricist, but I don't think he like confrontation.
He's not a showman like.
Yeah, Drake. I don't think. You
got in a competition with a nigga that's gonna embarrass you. Even if he's not a better rapper than you, he's gonna embarrass you. I
give it to Drake.
Mm-hmm. Are you ever been signed to a label before?
Yeah, I was signed to HC Entertainment.
What happened with that?
I got into it with them. That was the whole story. I had talked about it on Jim podcast. I had got into it with them. Because when I was signed to the label HC Entertainment, it was other artists that was there, and I felt like they wasn't really, recognizing me and my talents and yada, yada, yada. And then one day we got a call from Coast to Coast Mixtape. I don't know if y'all remember what that is.
Yeah. They still around or?
They kind of like Smack DVD. Like they sort of a sub. Yeah, I got a call and they heard, I'm not too sure what record of mine they heard, but they heard one record. And this was time Meek Mills was popping. So I had to be about maybe 19, 18. And he was like, oh, I want you to fly out to Miami, whatever. So I brought it to their attention, like, yo, I got the call, whatever. So that's when the jealousy started because they been putting in work, and I would figure if I open the door, we all eat. But then the way they seen it, mindset. It ain't like that. Now it's not, especially black people. It's not like that. It's not like that. Then when it's time to record this record code, we go hard. Everything started going wrong. Oh, we can't record the record because the singer not here, she got sick. Oh, we can't do this because the mic is not right. It was just one excuse one after another. Yeah, a bunch of bullshit. And I confronted them in it. And one thing led to another. We end up having a fight, end up getting kicked out. And that's the whole shit that's how the whole shit, it just went left. Everything it was just a big mess. It went left. They went to court, all that, got arrested, went to jail, assault charges, third degree with attempt to kill. Can you believe that? 8 months and shit. Like, fuck
over a song? Like, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, it was there. Yeah, like, that was at the time, like maybe 2013, something like that. Yeah, that was at the time.
What did you learn from that situation? What's your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway is not to do, like, you got to realize who you fucking with, like, honestly, because not everybody got your best interest. Like, everybody want to see you do good, just not better than them.
I learned that
just not,
from the beginning. They fuck with you until they can't fuck with you. Then it's a problem.
Then it's a problem. Now you're being funny, this, that, and then they mad because you got new underwears on. Like, nigga, I was really saying underwear.
You was talking about the old ones. No,
like, oh, now you think you somebody special? Like,
you got on Hanes, nigga? Like,
yeah, that's another.
All right, so would you ever sign to a label again, or it's gonna be independent?
Well, I say this. I say labels are. I feel like they're machine behind you. They get your music heard fast. So I would definitely do a label, depending on we have to come to some type of agreement.
So more of a partnership, though.
Yeah, partner. Yeah, more than that. Because I don't want you to just be taking everything and all the hard work or whatever. Nah, we gotta have a partnership and agreement, and we have to come together on something. Because especially judging from my last label, I seen what happened. Like they'll fucking shelf you if you ain't. And that's what happened with that label. And then when I got called, so like it would have to be a partnership with a label. I'm not.
All right, but you're co-owner of a label now,
right? Yeah.
So tell me about that. How did that work come out? Was that after your deal went away, or?
Yeah, it was after my deal. I had met my boy on the internet. His name is Al. Also named originally. He out there in St. Louis. And what happened was I had knew him from when I was with that label. He wanted to do a record with me. He was telling me about his plans and stuff like that. And I was trying to get a record done with him. But at the time, when you with a label, you got to go to the label before they put out a song. You just can't. So they didn't really want to fuck with him too much. But I still kept in touch with him at the time. So when that went south, me and him linked up and stuff. And he had stopped doing music for a while too. Because he had some issues on his, and I stopped doing music for a minute too because all the drama. I had court cases, got locked up, hospital, this, that.
Life.
Yeah, they're all world life.
Realize once one thing, it's everything goes down. You're like, damn.
Like a dominoes effect.
That was alright.
It was all good just a week ago. So that's what happened. I linked up with him, and then and the crazy thing when we got together, I said, yo, we do this. We doing this for real. Like I'm not holding nothing back. Look, we're not in our early 20s, niggas is 30s. Like we got
time is ticking.
Time is ticking, yo. We gotta do this shit for real. He was like, I bet. So we met. So he had hit me up with this thing about a label. He was like, yo, you could be co-owner. I'll be co-owner. We got the contract together, and we also ran into some problems because we also started a website too. Website went to shit because we was just jumping the gun too fast. We was just trying to
excited,
we was excited, and then we also ran into a lot of issues. Like we ran into this guy named Rapping Grandpa. He took the money from us. A couple of other people. We were supposed to even go on tour. That fell through. The nigga took the money that we had. So we also ran into a lot of up and downs and things like that. But for the most part,
the industry is a shitty place.
It let me know how people are grimy. Like nigga, and people like, yo, come to my such and such. We'll set you up. You'll pay that money, and you don't hear from them.
I hate shit like that. Why are you charging that much? And then two, like, damn, you gonna take them? You don't know what I had to do for this money.
Yo,
niggas ain't shit.
They don't care, bro. They don't care. So I learned that it's very grimy, and we're not even like really like in the Drake position, though.
Right. We grinding. We literally grinding to get somewhere. And you doing this stuff like, damn.
Yo, this shit crazy. Like, shit crazy.
So what advice would you give somebody to start a label or partnership with somebody or just trying to get themselves out there?
I say know who you're talking to. Actually know the ins and outs with them. Don't bullshit. If you're a young artist, don't bullshit. Don't bullshit. Don't let time, but don't get arrested. Don't do the shit I did that you get locked up. Because, look, it eats the time. You think you got all the time in the world until you locked up in the cell or you in the ICU going through mad different surgeries and mad different problems that you having through complications. You don't have that type of time. Like, don't waste time and know who you're talking to. Like, and be focused. Don't worry about no females. Don't worry about no man. Don't worry about none of that shit. If whatever you want to do in life, you could do it. Just focus and home in on it. Because ain't nobody gonna believe in it but you.
Don't nobody believe in you but you.
That's it.
All right, so what's your go-to track? If I want somebody to say, KayRedd dope, he fire, what song you gonna have them play?
They could choose any song. I mean, it depends what type of person they are. If they like that street music or they more club banging. So if they're more club banging, I got this record called Face Down. Nice summer song. If they're more for the streets, I got the thing called What's Up. Like, that's more for the streets. They're more early 2000 type of classic. If they want to hear drill, I got this record called Hop In. It's a drill record. It's pretty dope. Also, I got if they just want to hear bars and lyrics, I got a whole bunch of freestyle performances that's coming out.
I feel like you're a freestyle. Like, I was watching all the performances you were doing. I felt like you was on tour, basically. Like, every platform on the East Coast, I said, this nigga on everything. I searched your name, you on everything. That's good.
Word. That's what I'm trying to do. Most definitely. That's what I told Al. I said, when I do this, be everywhere. Whoever let me in, I don't give a fuck who, when, what. I'm in there.
Right, you got to get your name out there. People don't get that. It's more than the music. You got to market yourself. You got to network. The music is the smallest part, believe it or not.
Yeah, it is. It is, most definitely.
All right, so do you think New York still got the wave to be in the forefront of hip hop?
Say it again.
Like, you think New York still got the wave to be like the gods of hip hop? Like, you think New York still running music right now?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so because everybody doing drill and everybody from New York following behind the next trend. So like, I don't think New York got it right now. We used to. We had it for a long time, but
when do you think New York lost it?
I say we lost it like around 2008. Because 2008, I felt because I know Lil Wayne was popping, but we talking about New York. He wasn't from New York.
Right.
Like I just felt like it started going downhill from there. Like 2008, we kind of shot back up a little bit with I don't know, Nicki, but she was making more of that. When Pop Smoke came, I felt like we kind of like Pop Smoke, Fabio,
that vibe
and Bobby Smurda, we had that. But then look what happened. Bobby Smurda got locked, Pop got killed. I don't know what happened to Fabio. Like,
he's still around.
Everybody thought. I thought he was going to take off. So I felt like that's what happened with New York hip hop. And then we're not unified. We're not together. So that shit is tough. He's like, oh, I do music. I'm like, I do music too. I'm better than you.
Right now it's a competition.
Right, yeah, now it's a whole bunch of bullshit.
So who your top 5 right now?
My top
New
five.
York.
Top 5?
You can't include yourself. Like, who do you think gonna blow from New York?
Who I think gonna blow, the new young dude?
You know, young or old, because you can pop tomorrow.
That's true, because Nas did it. Nas definitely did it. Who's the new dude? Let me see who I think. My top. All right, so I don't know about 50. I will go with 5th because he did it, but I don't know about him. I think Dave East is pretty consistent.
Why niggas don't fuck with Dave East though?
I think because they don't like his style. Like Dave East got that like that Nas, 90s shit. Yeah. Like, you know, like in that,
like, this nigga can rap, but it don't connect. You just don't fuck with it.
Yeah, like, that's what it is. Like, shout out to Dave East. I fuck with Dave East. Big fan too. But like, I guess that's what I felt like about him. I felt like he got that.
Nah, it's real New York hip hop, Dave East. So be like, damn, why niggas don't?
Nah, because I think it's that 90s style. And then I don't know if he can't transition like back and forth. That's why I kind of like took away my style because I learned from other artists. Like I learned from Fabio, like he only do drill records. And I'm like, what if somebody don't like drill? Why should I tell them to listen to you? And then you listen to Dave East, he only do like that 90s type of style. What if somebody don't like that?
Right.
Like, you know,
especially in 2024.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, so I tried to get rid of my music style and just make all type of music. Because I would
make you a better artist too when you could do everything. You might have somebody, Britney Spears want to feature, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to fit in. Whatever the song is.
Crossovers. I'm into that. I definitely also got a record coming with a country singer, a few country singers, pop artists. That's what I'm trying to go for, like the artist, not the best rapper. I feel like that went to like Lupe and J. Cole's, and I'm like, they really, I don't think I could touch them. But so I was like,
see, a lot of great rappers are not great artists. Like, they can't make a good song. And that's a lot of people, like a lot of freestyle MCs get stuck not really to the top of their potential making money because you can't write a song.
That's true.
You can write a fire freestyle, but like when it turns to make a song, I don't want to hear this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But you can out rap everybody, but you can't make a song.
Yeah,
so it's kind of, it's 50-50.
You're right. You're absolutely right on that. That's 100% before. Because I see battle rappers do it all the time.
Yeah, battle rappers like, damn, he nice, but it don't never trend. You're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be a battle rapper to the end of your career.
Yeah,
because you can't
transition. You can't
transition.
Make that music. That's what I feel like. So I practice on that more than anything. I do freestyle bars and stuff. That's just to show people that my versatile. But I focus on that right there, like make a song.
So what was your favorite platform you was on so far? Because you was like on all of them. So like,
I don't know. Like I think all of them, including this one, they all gave me different experience. Like being on Gen TV, I got to be on the wall. They would have me to sign a signature. That was pretty cool. I never did that. Then I got to be on 8-bar clip. That was pretty quick. That was dope because I got there. They were like, yo, go ahead, go.
Right. That should be. I seen somebody. Oh damn, was that quick? Somebody did that. I know before. Like,
yeah. I was on that. That was pretty dope. Blockwork TV was dope. I like the Juice. I think I don't know if I could pick a favorite right now.
Okay.
I like them all. I even like this one too.
Appreciate it. I just like to pick people's minds, like what we could do better here.
Nah, I don't think you can do nothing better. This is fire already. And I watched already a couple of your contacts. I love the conversations you be having and be like the group people. I'm like, I be getting busy, yo. I'm like, I need to check this thing out. He be getting crazy.
Definitely have you on another episode of that. If you want to come back down, you could be a guest on that.
Copy.
So what's your plans for the rest of the year?
Keep killing it. Like, keep killing it. Jump on many platforms as I can. Keep killing it. Keep making songs. I'm actually flying out to St. Louis to a performance out there. So my plans is just to try to keep killing it and hoping one day to pay off.
Right. So if it's one goal you can accomplish before the year is up, what would it be?
To get my music heard. That'd be probably like one goal. Like, that'd be... Like, not her. I'm not talking about her, but like a few people. I'm talking about the masses. If they get heard, so the world know who I am.
All right.
That would be one goal, most definitely.
All right. So where can people find you out on socials?
You can find me on Instagram at KayReddBK. You can also check out, when you go up there, you can also find my other people up there too. You'll find Mystic Owls, find the whole record label. You can definitely check me out. But on IG, KayReddBK 2. That's where you can find me at.
I want to thank you for coming all the way from Brooklyn, all the way to New Haven. I appreciate
you having me.
No, I appreciate you for coming.
I appreciate you having me.
Make sure y'all watch this and stream this wherever you get your podcast.
Facts.